Yo guys, I'm Truzuo interacting to the Mercedes Experiences by Rick's F1 Addiction. Let's check it out.
Mercedes, a company that used to make vehicles.
Yo, these Lego sets, by the way, are sick. I have a couple of them, but dude, these things are insane. I just love how like I used to like build all these like Lego Technics back in the day, but these, if you guys haven't had a chance to get one of these or see one, they're actually crazy.
A certain German leader is now a Formula One powerhouse with multiple world championships,
domination,
hundreds of podiums, wins, and pole positions. And they did all that in about 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Making
I didn't know that.
Mercedes one of the most efficient F1 teams. And I'd say fragments of their past still remain. Their team principal is Austrian. Their drivers can be charged with war crimes. The drip is insanely terrifying.
I will say the black is cold for like a race outfit and race suit.
They invaded their way into F1 in just a few years.
Good movie, by the way. And character. And actor. I love how Red Bull is just max, bro.
But this success all has to do with the Mercedes experience, which goes like this. We are so bad. We are so fucking bad.
Okay.
We are so fucking bad, it's cheating.
Cough, cough, DAS system fuel compression.
It's so over. Completely different from Ferrari's.
Dude, Ferrari is the same thing. It's so over, we are so back. It's so over, we are so back. So true.
Mercedes is consistent. However, there's still the occasional fuck up.
Yeah.
Get the right front off. It's Nico Rosberg and Hamilton's on to
Lando still pushing for the win. Russell's off.
Valtteri Bottas and George
Russell,
who are out of this race.
But the reason there are 3 we are so backs in the Merc experience is because of domination. Mercedes rejoined F1 in 2010 and
wow. I didn't realize they rejoined it so like in the 2010s, really. Wow. I thought they were around much longer. I guess they were, and then they came back. And then there's domination.
Since half of their existence has been at the top. A traumatizing race for Mercedes fans is a great race for Ferrari fans. In Singapore 2018, Lewis drove the perfect qualifying lap, even beating a supercomputer's prediction.
Wow. They have supercomputers calculating the fastest lap possible? I didn't know that either. Damn.
In Silverstone 2020, he drove the final laps with a
I remember seeing
tire,
that somewhere.
But he still won anyway.
That was crazy.
Keep in mind, he was doing all this while having extra weight on, aka his third leg.
It's massive.
It's massive. There you go. And when you look at it from the front, you know, we'll get a front shot. Here we go. You've got those fans in there at the moment, but just behind it, you could see just how big that bulge.
Sometimes you just question the cameraman and what the announcers are actually talking about. Like, what are we doing?
So Lewis Hamilton was dominating in F1 and Toto's bedroom, and that performance is thanks to Mercedes excelling in development.
I will say, yeah, their development is insane for how much that, like, every single time the regulations change or there's upgrades, they do a significantly better job than any other team in actually like making sure the upgrades on the car actually fucking work compared to other teams. Red Bull, I don't know. They tried to dial that shit in like for like the whole season. That shit somehow still doesn't work, and somehow Max still puts that shit up there. McLaren is, I think, probably the second best, I would say, maybe. And then this year, it seems like Ferrari is doing pretty good. And then I would say Red Bull. But I mean, I don't know, bro. Mercedes is always as dominant. And every time like regulations change or they are asked to change things,
engines,
they're always leading it. They're always doing something like crazy.
Software, aero, they push the limits of regulations.
Dude, the cow freaking
every time that things get banned. These are the same people who made the W11, and that car had the DAS.
Dude, I saw this. This was actually crazy. This is actually insane. I don't know who thought of this, but actual genius, bro. This is so sick.
Where drivers,
I feel like this would be better than some systems that they have now for like the DRS or like the boost or the electronic power. Like this shit looks insane for like overtaking and like maneuverability for the cars.
Could change the car's front tire angles by either pushing or pulling the steering wheel. It was so beneficial in reducing drag and improving cornering that the FIA banned it after a season. And the 2026 season has shown the exact same pattern. And allow me to relate this to the cycle. In the first race in Australia, Merc was flying in various different ways. Kimi Tortellini crashed in FP3, but they repaired his car and he qualified second.
Yeah, I don't know how, dude. W engineers, bro. I mean, they're still dominating.
George
Antonelli's on a roll right now.
First, we are so back. And in the race George battled Charles, it was close with Ferrari having every opportunity to beat Mercedes, but they bottled the strategy.
Yellow turn.
That's a classic Ferrari move. I saw that in the beginning of the season when I watched the race. I'm just like, dude, what are they doing?
14. Yellow turn 14. Virtual safety car. Virtual safety car. Ah, man, how did you not call the pit, man?
Seven Ferrari fans died that afternoon by a brain aneurysm, and Mercedes dominated with a 1-2. We are so fucking back. But they won not just through strategy, it was also performance.
Yeah, their car's pretty good.
After the weekend, Ferrari said Mercedes used a higher fuel compression ratio than other teams. So the FIA looked into it, and they
that was at the beginning of the season. A lot of teams said they had found out they could do like a 16-to-1 ratio for their car or whatever it was to get more performance, even though the regulations, was like said otherwise or whatever. I think some other, like maybe Red Bull was doing it, and then I think maybe McLaren or it was another team that said they like figured out a way to do it, and then I think they banned it. I think
decided to ban it after the first 5 races of 2026. And there are so many other accusations. We are so fucking back. It's cheating. See where this is going?
Dude,
now people do
so
call this cheating, but I personally don't. F1 is about innovation.
I agree to an extent though. Like if it's actually like your car's like just tenfold faster, and it's literally just makes the fans like this experience like, oh, who's gonna win this weekend? Oh, it's Mercedes. Okay, they're ahead by 5 minutes. Okay, man, like that point, then I think it needs to be banned. But if it's a second to like 3 second like advantage, I think that's completely fair. That's you're developing something that in risking that it will be good. If it ends up being bad, then you just wasted all that development time and upgrades for nothing, right? So I feel like that's just a risk that should be there for the people that want to take it to try to innovate.
Always try to find loopholes. If putting a strap-on to the front wing of your car is faster...
any Red Bull car with Max, I feel like is going to honestly just do significantly better than Red Bull thinks it can, because Red Bull doesn't know what the hell they're doing half the time. They're like, oh, the car's really good, and then they realize that Max is like just driving the shit out of it with like a tractor.
I don't see the issue with allowing that, and I love teams finding loopholes because it just further proves that the FIA's regulations will always be horseshit.
That is entirely true as well.
In Japan 2026, they cut out the part where Antonelli's car slowed down hitting the 130R.
Oh yeah, the controversy with this, dude. The battery and shit is so stupid in my opinion. Like it should literally not be as much battery, like for like boosting, like just to hit a boost button like I'm playing a Mario Kart game is so stupid. It needs to be like 80-20, 70-30. Even so, it's like it's still so stupid. I know they're trying to make it like so they're close together for like overtakes and whatnot, but this is not the way to do it, I don't think.
To recharge battery, aka super clipping, and that video got dislike bombed to super hell. But with all the Mercedes cheating allegations, the question is, when is it until it's so over for them? Every hater wants to know when, and believe it or not, I might actually have the answer to that. Just look at Toto Wolff's face during live sessions. Whenever you see a smirk, that means Mercedes is winning. Or if Toto has this face, they're losing. Or if he has this reaction, that means someone is dying tonight, or this one, which means our car is illegal and our driver is still celebrating, and I'm gonna have to break the bad news. So put a live Toto reaction feed in the corner of a race and watch the future come alive. But speaking about Mercedes and George and Kimi's kamikazes, it's perfect that this video sponsor is War Thunder. War Thunder is the most...
Okay, we're gonna skip the War Thunder because I don't really care about it, but go check it out. Help support Rick's F1 Addiction. And we're back. Here we go.
But back to the Mercedes experience. Generally, it's so over for Mercedes when most of their innovations get banned and a rival team finally catches up. I mean, no shit. This team barely has any weaknesses. That it's literally, if another team is faster, then they're faster. In 2021, Red Bull finally caught up to them. And in 2026, with all the new bans, it gives opportunities to teams like Ferrari or McLaren. Especially Ferrari, who have always been putting pressure during Mercedes domination. The Vettel versus Lewis years, until Ferrari eventually blew themselves up. And in races like China 2026, after Lando and Oscar could not start because these regulations are goofy as shit.
I'm telling you, bro, half the grid can't even start their cars to even race during the weekend. They'll work during practice because they're not pushing the car. When the car gets pushed, it falls apart. And then you have Cadillac hasn't even been in contention. Aston Martin hasn't been in contention. Williams is, halfway there. So it's like, bro. And then Audi is like another big thing, and then they're like somewhat in there. It's like so half these cars. I think it was like 6 cars last weekend that didn't even like finish the race. Some of them were because of mechanical failures, and some of them they just crashed. So it's like you're watching a third of the grid not even race on a race weekend, and they're spending millions of dollars to put this event on. It's so stupid.
The Ferraris again got the jump on Mercedes. Max Verstappen starts his depression episode, while Antonelli takes the lead and Lewis and Charles just start duking it out while George was sitting in the chair. But eventually it was yet another Mercedes 1-2 with Antonelli taking his first win.
Hey, there you go.
Antonelli is so talented that not only did he win at such a young age, he even won races while Fernando Alonso was in his 20s. While Alonso won the Chinese Grand Prix in 2005, Antonelli won the sperm race. But what this race tells us is that no matter how good Mercedes is, you shouldn't be surprised if other teams steal a lot of wins. But if they're not outdeveloped, Mercedes' weaknesses comes from their drivers. Their staff has almost been perfect. Bono has the competence of 100 Ferrari engines.
Yeah, dude, the Mercedes people, I'm telling you, bro, they're cooking majority of the time. But they rarely get it wrong. Their strategy is rarely wrong as well. I mean, majority of the time it's just just unlucky. Like they have a rare like I think last weekend George's car just like kicked rocks and failed. I think the engine or something went bad. But I mean,
combined. Yeah. James Allison developed one of the best cars while smuggling crack into the Mercedes headquarters.
Why aren't you letting me look in the nose cone? So I don't know what's in there. It might be all our cocaine. No, it's not that, James.
Goat behavior. Toto Wolff is genius, billionaire, family man, philanthropist, and is only mentally unstable during work. So most of the potential issues Mercedes have originate from their drivers. Michael Schumacher struggled during his comeback. And another example is the Brocedes era. Lewis third leg Hamilton and Nico Monaco-based YouTuber Rosberg had one of the strongest friendships in F1, but it fell apart within 2 years despite Mercedes having a really fast spoon. In 2014, they were so quick no one was near them, but Nico and Lewis gave Toto multiple heart attacks. In a press conference, Nico was offended about Lewis dominating him.
It should be dominating you more, Lewis.
Dominating?
You. It should dominate you more.
One thing I will say, dude, these media sessions, like some of these people that ask these questions might actually be, brain dead. Like some of them just don't make any sense. Like genuinely don't make any sense.
Dominate me.
And then like you're just asking it to get a reaction. I hate that type of media. It's so stupid. Oh, you have a controversy? How do you feel about it? What would you do different? How is this going to affect you? It's like, I don't want to think about it, man. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Though I'm pretty sure a few years back he wouldn't mind. And at Abu Dhabi, before Lewis won his first Mercedes title, Nico said this.
Do you have anything to add? No, just that, yes, Lewis can do something to keep it clean, which is drive cleanly himself. So it's not like he can't do anything.
And this was just the beginning. 2015 was worse. Sebastian Vettel had to be a marriage counselor.
I don't know how much you like each other, but Kimi and myself, we get along, so...
In the US Grand Prix, they clashed multiple times, and when Lewis won the title, Nico threw his hat. When someone asks me why I don't watch Love Island, I tell them Brocedes is my alternative. And in 2016, after they took each other out in Spain, collided in Austria, almost recreating Prost and Senna, Nico won the championship and retired immediately. Done for the day. Now, those years at Mercedes could have been perfect, but having 2 hungry drivers was a disaster. But even after Nico's retirement and Mercedes dominating after 2016, there were still issues with drivers.
Was there another reason why Nico retired? Or he just doesn't want to do it anymore? What was the reason? Let me know.
Bottas replaced Nico, and while he was happy to be there, eventually the smile faded away after every team order, and he was replaced.
I feel like that's Red Bull as well with just Max.
By George, even after he obeyed every instruction. And when Lewis's time finally came, Mercedes had contract issues with him that led to Lewis joining Ferrari and showing his third leg there. So now we have Russell and Antonelli. First off, we have George Russell. A lot of people know him for appearing out of nowhere, hungry 2022, Austria 2024, Canada 2025, Vegas 2024, Singapore 2025, and also fumbling on final laps. But he's also a pretty hated driver.
Dude, what is with him in the kamikaze shit, bro?
Even I expected. I mean, just look at all this. Now, I know every F1 driver has their own dedicated hate community, especially for someone like
I think that's just true for any driver, any sport, you know, any team you watch, any person rather nowadays.
George, who is the type of guy to remind the teacher about the homework.
First
but at the same time, let me come to his defense. This was the same man who gave way to Kimi and Lewis on the podium, arguably the most consistent driver in 2025.
I will say that he is reliable.
Sir Lewis Hamilton in 2022. To be fair, maybe his Hamilton got bigger, slowing him down. Dragged a Williams into P2 in Spa 2021. Almost got a podium in his Mercedes debut, and gave everything to Williams that he cried over getting points. That is some humble shit. But again, at the same time, he crashed into Valtteri and smacked him. Crashed into Carlos.
Oh, I didn't know
Perez,
that.
Mick
I didn't see that one before.
Then blamed it on them.
What the hell happened there? You turn right into
So it's up to you on how you want to judge George Russell. I personally fuck with him as long as he keeps performing. He spices up the drama, and we all know we love that.
That is not a guy who I respect.
So the best way I can
Max and George's rivalry is hilarious. They'll be good on good terms, and then someone will do something, and then it'll piss the other off, and they won't talk to each other forever. It's so good.
Is that George Russell is an exceptionally talented driver, overshadowed by on-track terrorism. As for Antonelli, he is easily one of the most talented young drivers to join F1. In Japan 2026, after Oscar Piastri went on his revenge arc on McLaren taking the lead, Kimi was nowhere near the win until a safety car caused by Oliver Behrman crashing. And guess why? FIA regulations. Franco Colapinto was recharging his battery, and his car ran 40 kilometers an hour slower, catching Behrman off guard. The FIA looking at the 2026 regulations is like seeing the McDonald's CEO try his own food.
That is so good.
Is that actually the CEO? I expect he would be a little bit older. But I mean, did the clips of the McDonald's, what was it, the Archburger, and then the one guy in the on the counters saying his insides are gonna burst out? That was a hilarious clip. I don't know if you guys seen that one. That was funny though.
It's a big bite for a big arch, but
oh, that is the Archburger.
It also is unlike anything else on our menu. It's a delicious product. It's a delicious product.
I will say, I for the longest time, I never ate a Big Mac from them. And then a couple of years ago, I gave it a try again. It wasn't bad, but if you eat more than one of those things, it just doesn't taste good. It's just, I don't know, whatever the sauce, like the Big Mac sauce I put on it, it's not good. And then if you don't eat all of it and you save it for later, it's just even worse. It's just terrible. It's like they all just mush together. So never heat that up, or let's make sure you get the sauce or everything put on the side, because it will not taste good, let me tell you that.
Delicious product.
But in Japan, Kimi kept the lead, won the race, and became championship leader at 19 years old. But like a lot of Antonelli's moments, it came with controversy. Antonelli has received a lot of hate only a few years into his career. Kimi Antonelli is now leading the Drivers' Championship. Formula One is dead. I mean, I can't agree more, man. I can never imagine seeing a young driver just a few years into his career leading the championship. Alina,
Twitter with all the like, if you watch it during a race or after, or even during free practice, dude, the amount of stands from every single community, where it be McLaren, Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes, they will literally just dog each other for no reason. And then their teams will wipe each other out, and then they'll dogpile the people that are winning, whether it be Mercedes or whoever is leading at the time. It's so hilarious. If you guys are following any of it, you can just, if you just click one post, you'll start seeing all of them pop up. It's so funny to read. And then they just go on for like full days, they'll just dog each other until the race weekend is over. It's actually hilarious.
You and I can both never support that type of driver. For the sake of everything that is holy, I cannot have Kimi Antonelli win this championship, bro. Kimi Antonelli, please consider filing out a uni application and furthering your education. Lance Stroll smells funny. Oh shit, that was my tweet.
Then you'll have the random person just saying, guys, I hope my car will finish this weekend.
My fault, guys.
Oh,
Does
guys.
saying this imply I've sniffed Lance before, or his stench is just that bad? I'd say both. I'm done with this sport. Antonelli is dog shit.
You can't call Antonelli dog shit. I would, if anything, just call the sport dog shit for the regulations. I mean, that's the only thing you can criticize right now, I would say. Other than that, I think mostly it's okay right now. You know, people are fighting, you know, shit's happening, you know, what can you do?
Goodbye. 6.6 thousand likes. Now, this was a reference to Antonelli fumbling his position to Lando in Qatar 2025 that led Norris to win the championship by 2 points. So logically, some idiots sent him death threats. Here are the...
Another thing I hate online nowadays and like the hate culture is sending death threats, dude. Like, are we being for real, man? It's a sport at the end of the day. You're not in it. Why do you care that much? Sure, you might be passionate about it, but it's not that serious where you're sending the person death threats. Are you being so for real right now? Like, come on, man. And then that's the same thing with like doxing or anything, or like swatting people in like today's culture. It's so fucking stupid. Like you're wasting the resources of all these people who are actually trying to save lives or, you know, do their job. And you're doing all this bullshit, bro. It's so stupid.
Addresses to reputable rehab clinics worldwide for the mentally ill. I hope they treat you guys with great care. I genuinely hate to see Kimi Antonelli. Username checks out. You know what? I'm pretty sure every dog shit opinion on F1 Twitter basically sounds like...
Dude, it is so funny to read. I'm telling you, if you're not on Twitter and you follow it like closely, just go watch, look at posts from F1 and you'll start getting posts that are in your recommended of all the people clowning on each other. It's so funny to read. They'll find the nitpick most thing in the race. Like, oh, he turned slightly this way. He's throwing the race. It's so funny.
Formula One is dead. I hate you and your driver. Goodbye. Proceeds to watch the next 5 seasons.
Exactly.
But back to Kimi, Mercedes is the best team he could be in, and that's thanks to Toto. Kimi's relationship with him has to be one of the best things I've ever seen.
So much confidence.
I mean, it's the best because their car is actually good and they actually have people that are developing that are not actual rockheads. I mean, if you're any other team right now, besides maybe Red Bull, Ferrari, or McLaren, you're going to be suffering. Like, your car ain't even going to be turning on during the race weekend.
It's okay, keep the confidence.
You'd rather just be an F2 at that point.
Keep the confidence.
This level of positive reinforcement is literally what F1 needs. And this brings me to one of the most important parts of the Mercedes experience, the work environment, which is single-handedly carried by Toto Wolff. A passionate team principal with a healthy marriage. Yes, I'm looking at you, Horner. A strong bond with drivers until Max is open to work and is fucking dripped out. And Mercedes is also one of the most memeable teams in F1 behind Ferrari. But unlike Red Bull or Alpine that fires everyone when things don't go to plan, or Aston Martin poaching other staff to buy themselves a win, Mercedes builds their employees. I looked through Glassdoor job reviews of F1 teams, and this is what it looked like. An Aston staff member said everyone feels their head is on the line. Geez, anybody
that is crazy.
Another person gave 1 star and said the only other pro of working there was the coffee lounge. Others say toxic working environment. Worst job I ever had. Impossible deadlines, unpaid overtime, hashtag
I hate that. You know, if you are asked to work overtime and you don't get paid for that, even if it's just the same rate, I think if you're working overtime, you should be paying like double because you're working hours that you shouldn't normally work. But even so, it's like, dude, why?
Smells funny. Oh, my bad. That was me again. But while Mercedes isn't immune to bad reviews, they have so much more positive ones, and that's coming from employees that have been there for decades.
Damn, 10 years.
Lawrence, it makes sense why your team is dog water right now.
And
I'm
is
losing
true.
My shit. You can't just buy your way into being Mercedes.
I think it's been Aston Martin's literally whole like scheme is let me go poach all these people, pay them a certain amount of money, then realize it's more than just one person that makes the team work, and you know, they're just, you know, helping build that on a team, and then they just realize that their car is shit every weekend.
Did that with the W10 a few years back.
Yeah, they copied it.
So Mercedes is a step above in workspace quality. Toto gives private jet flights to his former drivers and always has good things to say.
One is in red by now. I don't know if you know a driver.
He's as integral to Mercedes as Niki Lauda was while he was mentoring Lewis. The moment Toto gets into hot water, I guarantee that's when Mercedes is over. And what's also special about the Mercedes experience is all the staff relationships. If they turned Mercedes into a film studio, you'll get all the categories. Nico and Lewis's lovers to enemies, Brosadies, Valtteri's unwanted fantasy, featuring James Vowles, Toto and Kimi, Spider-Man Homecoming, Kimi and George, Kamikaze, Toto and Lewis, La La Land 2016,
what are these, bro?
And finally Toto, Max and George, Crazy Stupid Love. And using these references, I have created something called the Mercedes family tree. And obviously it's Toto Wolff in the center of everything. Susie is his actual wife. Kimi is the son he adopted. While George is the man he's trying to keep loving, but it's difficult because of the man he truly wants, Verstappen. And Lewis is the ex he wants back, but would never
I swear
show
every
it,
weekend there's at least one person saying, what if Max goes to Mercedes? It's always there. It's always hilarious.
Lewis has a complicated relationship with Nico. Then Bono and James Allison are loyal companions, while James Vowles has embarked on his own path, forever traumatizing Valtteri Bottas wherever he goes. And I mean, just take a good look at this and notice how it's 10 times healthier than Red Bull. Not to mention at least more than half of them are still there. But obviously no team is perfect, which brings me to a theory I have about Mercedes. I think that there is more to Toto than meets the eye. I mean, he's a billionaire, and the biggest question I've always had was, what if Toto was actually the female employee Christian Horner was harassing?
Oh my God, bro.
Christian Horner got canceled over leaked messages on WhatsApp. And guess what company is one
I swear, it's like, if you're doing that shit, man, like, actually stupid. Like, you're in, like, one of the pinnacle of motorsports, and, like, you're doing this shit, like, it's like, dude, like, I don't understand some people. It's like, you have everything you think someone would want, and then you just throw it away. And then it's like, and then the way that it gets discovered is always something like stupid too. It's like, so you'd think some of these people would actually take the time to, like, you know, cover their tracks, but no, they just leave breadcrumbs all around it, like, so that it's easily exposable. It's so stupid. But, you know, people will be people, and then those people will get exposed. That's how it is.
He's his biggest sponsors. Evidence 2, this clip.
Die funktionieren im Moment nicht. That's harassment.
Evidence 3, they've always had a love-hate relationship, and there have been photo edits of Toto in similar outfits.
What are we doing? Who is editing this?
Christian Horner is a big fan of, and in 2025, Christian Horner made hints of him coming back to F1 via Alpine, and months later, Toto said he could be buying it. A true billionaire is always 10 steps ahead, though Horner did try to warn us about his impending doom.
If you weren't an F1 team boss, what would you be, Toto?
No, I'd be a finance investor. It's what I did all my life, and I quite enjoyed it. Once I leave this circus here, I'm going to go back to that.
I'd be totally unemployable.
So in conclusion, the Mercedes experience is far better than any other team, even when their drivers blow other cars up, friendships fall apart, and their team principal might actually be a supervillain. And thanks again to War Thunder. Make sure to use their links in the description.
Yes, support Rick F1's addiction.
Vehicles, 100k Silver Lions, and 7 days premium for new and returning players on PC and consoles. They are only available for a limited time, so go channel your inner Kimi and George.
Dude.
And at the end of the day, as bad as Mercedes could be, I would prefer to work for them compared to the idiots across the street.
Oh, dude. Dude, his videos are always so good, man. Be sure to go check him out. We pretty much react to his videos every single week. So if you have a video of his you want me to react to, or another F1 video you want me to react to, we're reacting to it pretty much every single Sunday. Yeah, another great video. I mean, the Mercedes they're always going to be dominance. I mean, they always have the upper hand in some way. They always have really good development, and then everyone else tries to copy them. So we'll see how this F1 season turns out. I mean, they're dominating right now. I mean, Russell ended up having his engine blow up, or something blew up on his car. But I mean, Kimi's dominating. We'll see how the rest of the season turns out. But yeah, catch you guys later. Peace.